Wagwan, my people. Quick thing before we kick off. The views where you hear upon the Father to Father podcast, them strictly. The hosts, guests, and contributors. Them now represent Catholic Notebook, Spirit Stream Studios, the diocese, university, or any affiliated groups, you see me? And remember, this podcast is strictly for adult ears, so listen up with discretion.
Welcome to Father, where life and faith meet. A place for the soul, where wisdom speaks. Hope in the message, strength in the beat. Welcome to Father, where life and faith meet.
What's going on?
Yo, what's up?
Chilling.
Gotta finish my whiskey, sorry.
It's a good whiskey. Hey, welcome everybody. I'm Dr. Giovanni, and with me is my right hand, my main man.
Father Greg Lambert.
Hey. All right, so listen, this has been bothering me for the longest time. And Father Greg, you are a Catholic priest in the line of Melchizedek, a priest that knows what he's doing, a priest that has been doing it for a long time, and a priest that knows the true meaning behind the words that has been given to you by the Catholic Church.
What? This preamble is crazy. What are you about to ask me?
I'm just asking the question. Just asking you a question. So,
Why aren't there plumbers or plungers inside of hotel rooms?
plungers inside hotel rooms.
Yeah. How come hotel rooms don't have plungers?
Do you want to know the answer to that?
Did you go on a deep dive about this?
No, I used to work for the hotel industry, so I know.
Oh. Why?
It's a safety hazard. And
The plunger?
yes, because people tend to use it for like adult activities.
Oh.
So they stop putting it in there because like people use it for adult activities, or they tend to use it for things that are not plunger related. Like the plunger is meant for the toilet, but they use it for things that are not toilet related.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That's why they come up. That's why specifically they come up. They use it and then they take it back.
Which is wild because, you know, when you're cleaning your room, they're not going to check the plunger.
No.
They're not going to clean the plunger.
No.
That's got to be, that feels illegal.
Which goes to show you the fact that even at motels, like the cheapest of places, the fact that carried down from the ritzy all the way down shows you how bad of an issue it was.
Golly. Out here plunging the wrong things.
Yeah. Well, something's coming out. Duh, this is my thing. Here is my thing. Are you supposed to wear shoes on the altar of God?
What?
Listen. We had a listener send us a picture of a priest sitting on the altar with no shoes on, toes hanging all the way out.
Huh.
He said he was connecting with God on a deeper level. Is that, listen, it threw me because I was just like, what? And I was just like, I don't know, fam. I don't know about this one. Like, there's a lot of things I've been rocking with the new age. Like, okay, like I get it, kind of. I can see the madness, right? I can kind of see the madness, like whatever. But this one, I'm like, dog, your feet shouldn't be exposed like that. At least put socks on. But allegedly, according to this listener, this particular priest goes outside shoeless, comes inside. There's a little like mat that he rubs his feet on, and then walks down the aisle, and then does the entire mass shoeless.
Well, I mean, you're asking the question, right?
I am asking the question.
Okay.
Because it bothered me enough that I'm putting it in the intro so we can answer this question.
Okay, sure. Well, the fully contextualized answer is canon law says in order for a priest to be able to celebrate mass, he needs to be wearing the proper attire. The proper attire includes clerics. The proper attire does not explicitly say that he should be wearing shoes, but it's pretty much interpreted as like, hey, people wear shoes. Like legit, like in your culture, if wearing shoes is normal, you should wear shoes. So part of the culture, particularly of America, would be like, yo, it would be appropriate for you to be wearing shoes.
So like sandals, like Birkenstocks. Okay.
I wear Birkenstocks just about any time that I can.
All right.
But I wear socks with mine because not everybody wants to see my dogs. Like, it is what it is.
Also, your dogs.
I don't have I do not, ladies and gentlemen. I know some of you have seen my face. None of you have seen my actual frame of everything like that. I do not have nice feet. I know this. I'm a weightlifter. I'm a runner. My feet do not look good. They are beat up. They
You
are
need a
tore up.
pedicure. It's been a while since you got a pedicure.
Yeah, it's been a while since I got a pedicure. I just haven't found the time or the motivation to go ahead and do it when I have like free time because I'm tired. So the short answer is, should the priest be doing that? Technically, no, he shouldn't. Is there a hard and fast rule that would get him laicized for this? No. Is there a hard and fast rule that would get him in trouble with his diocese? If his bishop decides to kind of be like fickle about it and say, hey, I don't want this happening in my diocese ever again, then he can pull him aside and say, hey, this is what I'm asking you to do, like officially. That could happen. But on that note, on the very same note, I have seen little kids come up to communion with no shoes on. Doesn't bother me,
But
right?
it's a kid, though. Like, I get, like, the little kid. I would even excuse, like, the crunchy mom.
Yeah.
Like, middle-aged mom or even a young mom, 25, 23. She's like, I'm feeling the earth, whatever.
But what if a young man
hippie.
does it?
Is wrong.
That's
Wrong.
that's
That is
what?
wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. You
I've
shouldn't be
seen the
doing
young man do it.
Put some shoes on.
We had a carpeted church.
Listen. We got rules for a reason. It's okay. There are certain things that is perfectly okay for women to do. It's not okay for guys to do.
Well, I sat back and I was giving out communion. I was giving the body of Christ, and I looked at his shoe. He didn't blink an eye. Like, this is and he was totally normal about it. And immediately in the back of my head, you guys can understand, as a public person, the first thing I think about is, that's strange. Are you crazy? And if you're crazy, are you gonna pop off if I tell you to put shoes on? I need to go ahead and like do a background check on you first before we approach the subject, because I'm never gonna come up and condemn them. I'm just gonna want to know, why are you doing that?
Right.
Because the fact that you said that not you, like you're making this happen, but you stated that the priest said he wants to be more in tune with God.
Yeah, he's more connected to God with his shoes out.
I personally don't believe that, because if you're in a church, most likely you're in a church with like marble floors or carpet. You're not going to be in tune with God that way. Like I would understand. I would understand if you're like hiking with some kids and you're doing mass outside and you're barefoot that way and you're being in tune with God and nature.
But that's
that
weird.
makes sense.
That's still weird to me.
That's
though.
Franciscan.
Like, Franciscans are not barefoot.
Francis went butt naked.
Yeah,
butt naked.
Yeah, but also Francis was kind of weird. Like even the bishop was just kind of like, "Hey, yo, Francis." He even said, "My son, you still have to be clothed." Like, he's like, "I understand how to love God." He's like, "That's great, my son, but you still had to be clothed, my guy."
Like, if you take off your shoes and you celebrate mass, you're not more in tune with God. You're more in tune with the marble stone beneath your feet. Like, that's not the same thing. I think he's being quirky and he wants to stay quirky.
Yeah.
And nobody feels like they have enough knowledge to be able to tell him, you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is it valid? Yes. Is it licit? Yes. It's still weird, though.
It's weird.
It's real weird.
I think it's weird. But if a nun did it, I don't think it would be weird.
That's not.
Yo, let's get started.
That ain't safe no more.
CatholicNova.org/ follow the father. CatholicNova.org/
F2F.
give us 5 stars. It's true though. If a nun did it, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
It's double standard.
Yo, Father Greg, Dr. G, what's good? I know it sounds clear, I know it's misunderstood. The story's wild, yes, out there, no doubt, but just lean in close.
Ready for some hear me outs?
I guess.
I don't think you ever are ready for.
I don't think I'm ever ready, because I've read our emails. I've stopped reading our emails recently.
Yeah. But it's hear me outs. 5 stars, you did nothing wrong. 1 star. You got confession on Thursdays. And if your church do confession on Thursdays, let us know. CatholicNova.org/ follow the father. That's CatholicNova.org/
F2F.
But hear me out. I'm just living my truth. Sometimes means I don't want anyone to question me.
I mean, I feel like that's the ending. I feel like that's she figured out her own answer. We could probably just skip this one. I mean, that's what it's.
I think I'm Malik, 27. I thought I was doing the right thing. I met Jade, 25, cool, confident, a little mysterious. I know why you're laughing. I'm laughing too.
How mysterious is she? Does she like to only hold hands in the park when there's tall hedges around?
Maybe.
She doesn't like to be out past 9 p.m. There might be a white flag.
First real conversation we had, she goes, I'm going through some rough time right now. I was like, all right, bet.
You didn't ask how rough?
No.
What
Because
is it?
in my head, he said, in my head, I'm thinking, don't be that guy. Don't be controlling. Don't be prying. If she wants to talk, she'll talk. Just be supportive. Be present. Let her be her.
All right.
So I tell her, listen, I'm out here to run your life. When you're ready to talk, just let me know.
Safe.
3 weeks in, I go over to her place. She's scrolling on her phone. I walk in. I'm like, yo, you good? What's up? She just goes, man. And then she looks up at me and goes, it all started that night.
Ooh, she was ready.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but there's too many times, like, ladies and gentlemen, you got to, if you're going to disclose something to someone and you're ready to disclose, don't just start with, like, the beginning of the thing, like, out of nowhere, no context, no nothing. Be like, hey, I want to tell you something that's heavy or
Yes.
something. But if you just start off, it all started that night. Just be like, hey, yo, like, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I'm laughing a little bit, not because it's, I could already tell that's trauma, but like, the reason why I'm laughing is because I've heard it so many times.
As have I.
So it's just kind of like, and so it's like, words of the wise, just prime people.
As I would usually like to say, there needs to be a thesis statement before you're about to go ahead and open up somebody's world.
Yet before you trauma dump on someone, ask permission.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. All right. So back to the story. Anyways, what was it? All right. So back at it. Then she looked up and said, it all started that night. I'm thinking this is going to be something I can at least process. It wasn't. She starts talking about it and just keeps going. Then it was one turn. Then it turned into 5 turns. Then it turned into 10 turns. Then it got dark. Then it got real dark. Then it got traumatic. And then I got confused. Then it got real dark again. Then it got traumatic. And then all I did was sit down and just said, damn. And then she finally stopped and she said, she finally stopped and I said, you ever talk to anybody about this? She goes, yeah, but it doesn't work. And I'm like, that don't make no sense, but okay. So then I look at her and I said, all right, listen, this bothers you. If you don't want to go alone, I'll drive you. I won't even go in. I'll just take you there. She perks up and says, really? I said, yeah. So for 2 months, drive her to therapy, sitting in the car, scroll on my phone, listening to music while she's inside talking. At the end of those 2 months, she comes out. She looks refreshed, renewed. But then she started saying, I'm living my truth. I said,
Okay.
okay, progress, right? But that's when things started getting weird. 9 o'clock in the morning, she's eating steak, eggs, potatoes, champagne. And I said, hey, isn't that a little bit heavy for breakfast? She's like, I'm living my truth. I was like, all right. Couple months later, she books a trip to South Africa with her friends, drops $15,000
Oh.
without thinking about it. I go, that's a lot of money. She's like, I'm living my truth. I said, all right. Fast forward, she asked to stay over in the morning. I was heading to work. I said, yeah, no, sure. Here's the key. Love you. Bye. Make yourself at home. I come back 7 p.m. I am tired. I open up the door. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. 7 p.m. Tired. I open up the door, and I go, "Why does my house smell like hot ham and cheese sandwiches?"
Oh,
And she goes,
I'm living my truth.
she comes out hair wet, looking like she just got out of the shower, and she looks at me and she just says, "I'm living my truth." And then I snapped. I look at her and I go, "So sleeping with other people is you living out your truth?" And she said, "Listen, I don't need you trying to tie me down or tell me what I can and cannot do. We're together, yeah, but I'm still living my truth."
Well, it sounds like that truth is a lie. So let me just see my way out.
And she said, it's not about cheating, because I'm not cheating. It's freedom. It's about being honest with myself. It's about not hiding anything. I'm not limiting myself.
Interesting.
And I'm sitting there going like, am I crazy? Because I kind of hear the logic in this. Internally, she sounds structurally, in her logic, it sounds sound. It sounds clean.
Because a therapist gave her a framework that would work, but she took a left turn and never looked back.
Yeah. But it also doesn't make any sense. Because what she's describing is a relationship with no boundaries, no expectations, no accountability, but still calling it a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of snapped and I said, "Nah, I can't do that. I don't know what kind of man you thought I was, but it's not that type of party. I can't be out here making my house smell like hot. You can't be out here making my house smell like hot ham and cheese sandwiches and being fiscally irresponsible, talking about, oh yeah, don't tie me down. Get the hell out of my house." And I'm going to send you the bill too, because I don't even know. I'm going to have to burn my bed.
You might.
She got upset saying I was being insensitive, saying this wasn't helping her healing journey. And I said, your healing journey was compromised the moment you thought my standards were so low that I was going to let you stand on me like a doormat.
Hey, I like you. Go you, buddy.
What you think this is? And then, so she left and she was upset. It's been a couple weeks, and she texted me and she's like, "Hey, look, I'm sorry. Listen, can we talk about this?" And I was like,
You still living your truth?
I was like, "Yo, give me a couple months. I'm still processing."
That's a no.
Now my question is very simple. I feel like I saw this coming, but I wanted to let it play out and give her the benefit of the doubt. But between the full-blown steak and potatoes and champagne and dropping $15,000 acting like, oh yeah, my truth, is this my fault?
And also the hot ham and cheese. Let's not forget that. That's the snapping point. That's the climax of the situation that needs to be put in the story. That's all I'm saying.
But hear me out. I'm just living my truth sometimes means I don't want anybody to question me. Do you need a recap?
Sure.
Basically, Jade has a whole bunch of trauma she didn't deal with. Then she spent too much, which is not enough time in therapy, by the way. If you're going to do any type of progress, 2 months is not nearly enough time to actually unwind trauma. If you're going to unwind it, you're looking at minimum maybe a year and a half, 2 years. And then you're looking at another year and a half, 2 years to learn how to live life. And then after that, you're free to go. That's what and that's going every single week. Once a week. And that's also assuming that you're doing the things that you need to do that your counselor, your mental health counselor, is telling you to do to practice the things that you're talking about. So like engaging in positive self-talk, engaging in journaling, engaging in like confronting certain thoughts, engaging in CBT, like changing your thought process and doing all that stuff. Like that's assuming you're doing all of that. It takes about 4 years. If you don't do any of that, 2 months is not going to do anything. What it sounds like is she got to the false high. Because 2 months in, you feel great because it's finally off your chest.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoo, I feel good. And then she stopped going. And then she started saying, "Oh, I'm living my truth. I'm living my truth. I'm living my truth." Then after she said that, she went off and she started doing random things: steak and potatoes in the morning, champagne, $15,000. And then his breaking point was hot ham and cheese sandwiches. After he worked a long day, he came home and he's like, "My house smelled like hot ham and cheese sandwiches."
Celibacy, my guy. As long as you know, I got an application for you waiting.
Hey. So he's just saying like, "Yo, this is my fault because I feel like I did this to myself. I should have cut this off as soon as I saw her eat steak, potatoes, and champagne in the
for
morning
breakfast.
for breakfast. Nah, the 15,000 should have been my first cue. Going to South Africa for 15,000 at a drop of a hat. Nah, I'm good.
What friends you got?
I don't know.
They're going to South Africa. My goodness.
So I'm gonna give you a runway. What you think?
Man, this is an unfortunate situation. Like, kudos for you for really trying your best to not like keep distance, but allow her to go through her journey in the beginning. In the beginning, where you can tell that she was going through something, and you're like, you know what? Let's just see where this goes. I'm not going to force my way in there. I'm going to try and be as supportive as possible. You drove her for 2 months to therapy, which is not a small feat. Like, that's time, bro.
I mean, and also you do the thing that we like. I gotta say this. Therapists all the time say if you have a supportive household or you have someone in your life that's willing to do a warm transfer, you are more likely to engage in therapy in general, right?
Yeah.
And so it's hard to find somebody to drive you to a place to talk to somebody for an hour and then drive you back and engage with you and all that stuff and not make it weird.
Yeah.
Like, that's just hard. So like, you did the thing that's hard to do.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, this situation is crazy, dog. Like, I can't soft pedal this. This is nuts. And the situation is that she's crossing every single boundary. This individual's crossing every single boundary and trying to whitewash it with the phrase,
I'm living my truth.
I'm living my truth. I'm on my healing journey. This is something that gets said within our particular culture a lot.
Yeah.
And just outside of that, if we loosen the knot a little bit, the whole having a committed relationship while being not committed is also something that happens in our culture a lot.
Yeah.
Like, we're not married, but we're like living together, and that's a real low bar. A lot of people are doing that.
Yeah.
But the next step from that is, I can loosen my relationship just a little bit more because we're not actually together. We just live together.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, when you start softening the rules about a whole bunch of stuff, like, that's when things are rough. And you're right. Like, to a certain extent, she changed her boundaries.
Yeah.
And she did not let him know that her boundaries were changed. Mm-hmm. And now, because he never had an opportunity to evaluate whether or not he still wanted to interact with her after she changed her boundaries.
Yep.
She just changed it.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that I tell people all the time, like, your boundaries are for you. And that's what keeps you in line. And for her, she's like, I'm not living outside of my boundaries, so I'm good.
That's
But
true.
he's like, but I don't like interacting with those boundaries
Yeah, you changed your terms and conditions.
after I signed up.
Yes.
That's not okay.
It's not okay.
And clearly, like, from his perspective, and I'm not going to speculate like what the intimacy is like in their relationship, but he felt comfortable enough. They were not living together because she came over and he had to unlock because he had to unlock and he handed her a key. Mm-hmm. So they were not living together or anything like that.
That's good.
So he felt comfortable to leave her in his house. Mm-hmm. So wherever it was in the relationship, she had earned enough faith to be in his house alone. And so why it was deemed okay, like, he's going to be fine with this
In his house.
in his house. Like, it's one thing if you spend $15,000 of your own money. It's
Yeah.
another thing if you eat a steak and drink and do all that stuff to your own body. It's a completely different thing if you're in someone else's home and you make it smell like hot ham and cheese sandwiches.
Hopping out of the shower.
I-
Talk about, like, why are you upset?
And then it's like, man, why are you upset for? I'm on my healing journey. Like, that. You're in my house.
Heal at your house.
Yes.
Heal at your house.
If you did that at your house, it's like, all right, whatever. Like, I may not like it. If I found out ever, like, does it still make it right? No, but it's your house.
Yeah.
Like, and that's my thing. And from his standpoint, man, I'm giving you a 4. Mainly because, like, yes, there were clearly clues. Like, there were breadcrumbs. And by breadcrumbs, I mean big slices of bread. Like, and you chose to ignore it. And you're just like, man, I could fix her. Like, dog, no, you can't.
Nah, that's a whole loaf of bread right there, dog.
Dog. You saw a quarter loaf of bread and you're just like, it's a crumb. Like, what? So you get a 4. It's not bad, but yeah, dog, you really walked into that one.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll go with a 4. Like, there's not much that you did wrong except for wanting to play ignorance.
Yeah, and just wholly disregarding reality.
Yeah.
That's all it is. All right, did we get it right? Did we wrong? Kevin/follow the father. Kevin/.
F2F. I'm sorry she turned your house into Quiznos.
Yeah. Mattresses are expensive.
Yo, Father Greg, Dr. G, what's good? I know it sounds clear, I know it's misunderstood. The story's wild, yes, out there, no doubt. But just lean in close, just hear me out. Hear me, hear me.
Back when I needed a man, all I got handed was traps. Said boy go be great, but gave me no pass, so I bled from the faith I ain't know I still had. Good advice don't come cheap, real ones ran wisdom don't tweet. Now I walk through the dark trying not to repeat the same fake love that they handed to me. They come to me now like I know the route. Big bro, what's the play? Can you help me out? And I try not to laugh, but I see myself back when I was broke, begging somebody else. Ain't no manual for this, just pressure and heat. You get burnt by the ones that you thought brought peace. Told my little man, don't believe what you see. Even angels fall hard when they run in the street.
Ready for some fatherly advice?
Yeah.
You already know it's fatherly advice. I feel relaxed. You know what I mean? I feel relaxed. I'm not gonna say dear Father Greg and dear Dr. Gio. You already know what it is.
Why are you talking? Why are you going with the soft voice?
I don't know. I just feel it just feels right. It just feels right.
Okay.
Anyways, does that make you feel uncomfortable?
Better than uplift me.
Uplift me.
That makes me feel uncomfortable.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so it's fatherly advice. This one comes from Chicago, Illinois. Nice. I don't know how to ask this without sounding like I already know the answer. I just don't like it. My wife and I went through in vitro fertilization after years of trying and losing pregnancies. It worked. We have our daughter. She's everything. But there are still embryos frozen, 4 of them. I didn't think about any of this deeply at the time. I just wanted a family. Recently, I joined a men's group, and we've been reading Dono Vitae and Dignitas Persona. And it's hitting me that what we did isn't something that the church sees as okay. And those embryos, I don't know how to think about them now. They're not abstract to me anymore. What am I supposed to do with that? We can't just pretend they don't exist. But every option feels wrong. Implanting them could risk my wife's health. Leaving them frozen feels like abandoning them. Donating them, I don't even know how to process that. I'm not asking if in vitro fertilization is right or wrong. I think I understand that part now. I'm asking what responsibility I have now that it's already done. How do I live with this without either ignoring it or making things worse?
Wow, that's a powerful question.
Yeah.
And it's complex in saying I'm happy that you got to this question, because that means you're seeing the gravity of what's being asked and what's been charged on all of us.
Also, shout out to your men's group,
Yeah,
by the way.
absolutely. For going through the church documents.
Yeah. And
Humanae Vitae and Dignitatis Humanum, like those are some pivotal writings from the popes that give us a direction on not just sexual morality, but
Dignitas Persona and like,
yeah,
geez.
the understanding of like who we are as human beings and what we're owed, and also what we owe God, our Creator.
Yeah.
And so for that being said, hey, I'm happy that you got to this question. Like, that's so important. Also, when it comes to how do I address the situation without ignoring it, that's the complex part. Since we're already here, discarding, getting rid of those fertilized eggs, that would be something akin to like terminating a pregnancy. Like, that's a person. Like, that's from you.
Yeah.
Therefore, I mean, the only viable option would be to donate those eggs if you're not going to implant them.
Here's what I will say. And, I don't think there'd be much disagreement from you, Father Greg. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not going to speak for you. Phil, you should first contact your bishop.
Yeah.
Because I think people at times view bishops as being so far away that it's like someone you can't talk to, but you can schedule a meeting with your bishop and say, like, here, this is what I want to talk about. And I'm looking for guidance on X, Y, and Z. And it's incredibly important that I figure this out because this is my situation. And because of the importance of your situation, they're going to be like, yeah, we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
And they can give you definitive guidance, like a yes or no. And also they can give you grace and give you a dispensation and give you the things like certain levels of grace that you wouldn't be able to get
from just your normal run-of-the-mill priest.
Right. But also you need to get a counselor.
Yeah.
Like this, and I know it hasn't dawned on you yet, but you mentioned it a little bit. Like, you don't know where to start processing it if you were to donate them, right? Just the fact that you started that is enough indication that, like, this is something that would hurt you. And a lot of it is, when we think about pregnancy, we always think about the woman when it comes to pregnancy, and rightly so. Because she's the one that's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. She's the one that's going through the actual physical transformation, the carrying, the beautiful moments of life and things of that nature, the pain that comes with it. But very rarely do you actually consider the husband in the midst of all of that. Mm-hmm. And I will say, I've watched my wife go through pregnancy twice. And there are times where, in both times, it was incredibly beautiful to watch, but I felt incredibly alone in those moments. My wife was swooned with people. People came, surrounded her with love and all that stuff. And I just sat there and I was just like, damn, this is dark. And internally, like, the same connection you have with your child is different. Like, for a woman, because they were inside of you for 9 months, when they come out, there is that inherent connection. But for a man, you are learning your child over time, and you're building that connection in real time, and it takes time. And so it was a surreal moment for me when I was holding my child for the first time. And the idea of, like, oh, this is mine. This is 50% me. Now she's like 10 years old. And the other one's like 5 years old. Well, she's turning 10. The other one's turning 6. And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right? But, like, that being said, like, that's what I would say. Just, like, make sure you get a counselor in place and go talk to your bishop. Because if you talk to your bishop, you'll get a definitive answer. And then on top of that, you know that it's sound. Like, here you go. There's no, like, well, I don't know, maybe technically. It's like, no. If the bishop says it in your diocese, then okay, cool. What do you think?
No, I think you're absolutely right. You could absolutely, contact your diocese, and also if it's not going to be the bishop directly, which it probably should be. I think almost all bishops would want to be involved in this conversation.
Yeah,
because it's one of their faithful coming to grips with a very grave question, and also the opportunity to help enlighten a soul.
Right, and also, like, depending on your diocese, some dioceses have like a ethics department.
Or all of them have canon lawyers.
Yeah, and you can speak with a canon lawyer and deal with it that way as well.
Yeah.
But I would say go that route and also speak with a counselor. You don't even have to do therapy per se, but just talk with someone about what you're feeling in that moment of, like, if I had to give this away, what exactly am I feeling? Do I feel like a failure as a father? Because I will tell you this, if I got to a point where we tried and tried and tried and tried and we couldn't, I would feel like a failure.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, well, why can't I? Like, what is it about me that I could not? Like, and it would be part of that. And so you have this situation, just talk it through with somebody and then take it from there, and then layer that with the spiritual director as well.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. It's the amount of things that the faithful will go through, especially within family life. It is hard to fathom the hurt that it takes to keep going after something terrible like that. One time, to lose one child.
Right.
Multiple children?
Yes.
I couldn't imagine. And from that perspective, that's why this show has two men who are two fathers in different perspectives to be able to give that outsource and output of love, but they both love you.
Yeah. And, keep your head up. You're doing a lot. Also, your men's group, amazing.
Yeah.
Those guys are getting together. Like, lean
up.
on your men's group. Lean on your men's group.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's do one more, and then we get out. This one comes from Boston. Hey, fellas. This one comes from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm just going to get this out of the way. I'm gay. I've been sitting on this.
That's effective communication. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know. Thank you for letting us see how he didn't beat around the bush. He just said the situation at hand.
Yeah, no, he's just like, you know what?
That's Western. That's not UK.
This is Western. This is like Boston. It's like, yo, this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, yo, I'm gay. I've been sitting on this for a long time. I didn't want to make it sound like I was arguing because I'm not trying to argue. I'm just trying to understand it. I'm in a same-sex relationship. We're legally married. We've been together for years, faithful to each other. We've been taking care of each other. We built a life with each other. Honestly, it's what I thought I wanted. But two things have happened in my life. I started going back to church, and I felt convicted. And through that, I did not receive communion. And I started reading again. And the pastor recommended that I started reading different passages within the catechism. And he's been helping me with that. And I know what the church teaches. And I wasn't confused about it, but reading it the second time really convicted me. I just don't know what to do in my actual life because I feel like I've gone down this path and I'm too far down this path. Going to church feels good. It feels steady. When I'm in Mass, I don't feel like I've lost myself. I don't feel judged. But I do feel exposed during consecration, knowing that I'm holding back an aspect of my life from God. So I guess what I'm trying to say, and I apologize for rambling, what does the church truly expect me to do to bridge this gap? Am I supposed to walk away from a life that I have built with somebody to be single and lay myself at the feet of the cross? Or do I slowly isolate myself within my life and hope that the blood of Jesus just covers the multitude of sins? Ladies and gentlemen, Father Greg is silent. You have done a great job at sending us questions because every time we do follow the advice now, Father Greg is just like, damn. Listen, we started this and it was just questions like, how do I stop cheating on my husband? And now it's, listen, I've been reading Humana Vitae. And Article 4, Section 3 says, so you want to take this or what?
Yeah, man, that's a beautiful question. Because I can tell that it's not coming from an accusatory place. Mm-hmm. It's coming from an encounter.
Mm-hmm.
And the language that's around it of what does God want from me and what are the tangible action steps?
Oh, he's petrified.
Oh, absolutely.
He or she. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. It just says gay. So
yeah.
like, But it's like this person is petrified because they went back to church and they felt convicted and they're like,
Yeah.
I'm not taking communion. Like that's wild.
That's a far place to go. There are
That's
Catholics who shouldn't be
wild.
taking communion, and they still do because they're terrified of what other people will think of them.
Right. And they're like, you know what? Nah, I am too far away from what the church is teaching right now for me to even consider taking communion.
Yes. Yes. But to start there, when it comes to being too far gone, even within Scripture, there is no such thing as an individual being too far gone for God to reach them. He's sat with prostitutes, tax collectors, gamblers, known sinners in the community. There's no such thing as an individual who's too far gone. So know this and believe it and trust in it. The Lord sees you and loves you. He also sees exactly what you're hiding back from him.
That's why you feel exposed during
Because you've had to do
consecration.
that at every other person in your life. And when you found this individual and you married them, you thought to yourself, I can finally stop hiding.
Yeah.
Because now the secret's out and I find someone who loves me for me.
Mm.
This doesn't mean that your love isn't true. This doesn't mean that this person does not actually love you. But this does mean that your heart is yearning to be seen and be known, to be loved by your Creator, loved by your Lord. That does not make you weak. That does not mean that God made a mistake with you.
Yeah.
But man, follow it.
You have a hard decision to make.
Yeah, he does. This conversation doesn't come up without a lot of years of working and walking with someone.
Well, the fact that you're being convicted during consecration,
Yeah.
and then you're like, do I shatter my life, leave everything, follow Jesus, or do I let the blood of Jesus cover the multitude of sins?
It's not either or in this. It's both and.
But like, look how, but if I can, like, if you indulge me for a second, like, I just think that's beautiful. The fact
It
that
is.
he's sitting there going like, it kind of reminds me of like the rich man. The rich man was just like, let me
Yeah.
let me bury my parents first, and then I'll come follow you. He's like, oh, let the dead bury the dead. It's like, you know, all that stuff.
But
And
before
it-
that, he said all the things that he had already
yeah,
done.
he already does. He's like, oh yeah, no, and Jesus is like, no, I get it, and I affirm you in that.
Yeah.
So sell all your stuff and come follow me. And he's like, listen, listen.
It never says
my
what
401k is about to be popping in about 10 years, dog. Like, just let me get that. Like, come on, man. And that's, and to me, that's beautiful. Like, the way that I look at it, he like, and again, I keep saying he, but like, this person has two choices to make, two fundamental choices to make.
Yeah.
The first fundamental choice is, are you going to go down this path? Because once you go down this path, you can't undo it, really.
That's true.
And the second choice to make is like, okay, if you say, yes, I'm going to go down this path, then it's, well, in your relationship, you need to have a serious conversation, because now there are a series of things you no longer can do.
Yeah, but
Because
on that-
because think about this. We are no longer married. Like we cannot be married. This isn't a marriage anymore.
yeah.
We can be together in this house. We can be companions, all this stuff. We are not married. That has to fundamentally change.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Absolutely
Especially if
it
you've
is.
been together for a long time, that's huge.
Yeah.
The second thing is like, listen, there is no like physical intimacy gone.
Yeah.
I mean, those two things alone,
Would break up a marriage. Like easily.
done.
That's the end of it.
Done. And so like that, having that conversation is a rough conversation to have, but you cannot have that conversation if you haven't decided whether or not you're going to go down this path.
Also, the fallout of that with your friends, your family, also this individual, and then most likely being bitter towards the church. Like the church broke up my marriage, my happy house.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
And he's got to be, if he's asking this question, he's got to be secure in what he's learning.
Yeah.
He's got to be secure.
Shout out to the pastor too.
Yes.
That just said, you know what? Hey, come here. Read this. I'm not going to even hold you with X, Y, and Z. Just read it.
Mm-hmm.
And let me know what you think. If you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. But I want you to just revisit some of these things.
Yeah.
And if you're the pastor, you got to know either one of two things. it was a young priest like you who presented it in such a way that he accepted it and said, okay, cool, I'm going to try it this time. Or it was an old priest that had nothing to lose. It was one of the two. An old
Father
priest.
Leon.
Father Leon. He's like an old smooth talking priest that just said, listen, I don't care if you hate me for the rest of your life. I ain't going to see you anyways. Mm-hmm. But you know what? My job is to make sure that you came and asked me a question, I'm going to answer it with the full grace and treat you like a human being and give you all the respect in the world. If you want to know, here. If you don't want to know, don't take it.
That's true.
And that's it. Because that's how he presented it. And so it's like, he took it. And then he's like, I got convicted. And now he's going to church again. Mm-hmm. He's going to church again. And he's like, I'm not taking communion. I can't.
You shouldn't.
But I'm still going to church, which is a powerful thing.
It is.
It's a powerful thing. So this is what I think. Hey, I would encourage you to still pray. Keep praying about it. Meet with the pastor, or the priest that gave you this and that was encouraging you and everything. Like, meet with him, and then make a decision. You can't live in limbo for the rest of your life. You got to make a decision one way or the other.
That's true. That's true.
Man, let's get out of
For
here.
advice and they laugh at you or worse. They give it with strings attached. I learned some people don't help to help, they help to hold you. So be careful who speaks over your soul, cause not every God told me came from God. Not every I got you means you're safe. Some just wanna wear your story like a chain. Good advice is a treasure map buried in pain. Real truth ain't loud, it don't chase fame. Now I write what I needed, tattooed in flame for the next lost soul walking out of that rain.
All right, so the Catholic Noted Research Team did their 1-2 things, and they asked priests the questions, would you rather? They asked them, would you rather questions. And you know what, Father Greg? We're going to ask you to figure out where your brethren are listening audience.
This is easy.
Where they lied. And on top of that, they commented on it, and they put the top 3 comments or so. So we'll go through it. We'll see as much as we can, okay?
Okay.
All right, here's the thing. Would you rather find your soulmate immediately, but they die in 5 years?
As a priest? Wait, what?
Or
wait a minute.
or never find the one, but have multiple good relationships and never fully be satisfied?
The first one.
70% of our listening audience said yes.
Yep.
The priest that listened to us said yes. I would rather find the person I'm meant to be with, and then they die in 5 years.
Because they want to know that they're lovable.
Here's the top 3 comments. I would still be eligible for the priesthood.
That's also true.
That's bars. Oh, sorry.
That's
He's
also
like,
true. Canonically, that is correct. That is correct.
someone like looking at it and go, they're dead? All right, so let's...
Exactly. You don't need an annulment for that.
No. It was like, it would help me to understand love a little bit more from a different perspective.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
cool.
true.
I could use the break.
Somebody check on Father. Somebody check on Father. I'm not condemning. I'm not condemning. I'm just saying somebody check on Father.
Yo, that's one of those things like,
That's what we call a pregnant pause.
yeah, no.
There's a lot behind that pause.
Yeah. All right, next one. Would you rather know for a fact your brother priest secretly envies you, or know they don't envy you at all because they think they're better than you? Where do you think the majority of priests that listen to us, where do they lie?
Can you repeat that?
Would you rather know for a fact that your brother priest secretly envies you, or know that they don't envy you at all because they think they're better than you?
The second one.
That's where you think a majority of people lie? Mm-hmm. Where do you lie? What would you pick in that situation?
I think the second one, because I know that priest already envied me. I already know that. I don't need to to look for confirmation.
The second
on it.
one is they don't envy you. They think they're better than you.
Yeah, but that's harder. That's harder to prove. Like, personally, from my position, that is harder to prove.
Okay.
Because if you can know that someone envies you by the things they say about you and what they speak into you.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to do something for your betterment, they will speak things that are for your betterment, not just truth that's like uncomfortable and defamatory towards an individual. It's going to be like, hey, I just want to let you know the fact that you were late for like this liturgy and we're all trying to get together. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying it's not a good look. The bishop's here. Like, I know you're young. You want to figure things out. Just, kind of tighten up on that. That's like brotherly, like, hey, I want to help you out. What's not helpful is saying, hey, this thing that you've been working on for a couple months, like this event, I heard from a mystery person that it wasn't planned very well, and maybe we should figure out whether or not we want to go ahead and do this and move forward with it later in the future without helping out at all.
That's not helpful. Who's the mystery person? I don't want to reveal confidentiality.
Exactly. That's just being petty. It's like, I'm trying to say this because I know it's gonna hurt you. That's it.
No, for real. So which one are you saying? Like, would you would rather have the person secretly envy you, or would you rather know for sure that they think they're better than you?
Yeah, I would say I would want to know for sure that this person knows for sure that they say, I think I'm better than you.
And that's where you think a majority of people say? 70% of people say no. I would rather they envy me.
Really?
Yes.
They already do.
Yeah,
they already do.
Comments. This is what the comments. I already know they do. My homilies are better than theirs.
See, I told you. So what? Why did you choose it?
Because that's what they're like. I would rather have that. And it's like, of course, because that way it would help them get closer to God. They'll be in confession a lot more.
Oh,
that's so wholesome.
So wholesome.
That's so wholesome.
That's a good guy. That's a good man. That's a good man.
That's how you know we got priests.
Protect him. Protect him. Don't let the moms get to
We're leaving that in there. Yo, I'll be damned if half these priests who call themselves my brothers think they're better than me. It's just jealousy dressed up as insecurity. So yes, insecure. I picked the first one. Who wants the second one? All right, next one. Would you rather accidentally ruin a stranger's life and never know, or ruin it and know exactly how it affected them forever?
Oh, I want.
So ultimately, you're choosing between ignorance and awareness. So where do you think the audience picked? Where do you think our priest audience? Where do you think they picked?
I think the audience chose ignorance.
80%. Yes. 20%. Top comments. It's my everyday life. It's my everyday life, anyways. So I mean. The first one. Second comment. Listen, grace covers a multitude of sin.
Got theological on everybody.
Yo, I need to sleep at night. I already have too many thoughts in my head. I don't need more. 20% of people said I'll choose the second one.
I would choose that too.
Why?
Because then I know how I can get better.
Ah, okay.
Like if I tried my best or it was something completely out of my control, then it is what it is. I'm just going to have to throw that up to Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
I should be throwing it all up to Jesus Christ, but like, I'm stubborn and I try and do things perfectly. It is what it is.
The interesting thing about this is like you didn't ruin their life. It's just knowing how the decision ended up. Like
exactly.
Just how it played out past you.
Also, I can only make so many decisions before someone has to take responsibility for their own actions.
Right. And
so it's like, I don't know what to tell you.
And the thing about this is it's kind of like you get to see how your decision impacted the environment and whether or not you stick by that decision moving forward. That's pretty much it.
That could be a really good thing too. Like the fact that you showed up to, I don't know, like a kid's volleyball game and they felt supported and that built their confidence to be able to make better choices in the future. Like those are the things you won't see for another year or two.
Right.
Or maybe ever.
Yeah. Okay. I thought about this like, yeah. And then they got distracted because we were looking at you and then they got hit by the softball. Like, no, but like that's a real thing.
That's literally Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah.
That's the entire premise of the movie.
Yeah.
Like the dude who hated this one guy because he was up one night tinkering on stuff and he didn't sleep and he had a big baseball game and then he was sleeping during the baseball game in the outfield and missed the game-winning catch and had a black eye and people hated him forever. And he never let it go. And so he's like, I'm convinced I'm going to ruin this guy's life one day.
Yeah.
It was that's Meet the Robinsons.
That is Meet the Robinsons.
One of the great movies. I really like that movie.
Okay, here's another one. Remember, we're asking our priest audience. Would you rather have the church community grow to hate you or a church community that never truly loves you? Where do you think they picked? The grow to hate or never truly love?
Never truly love.
No.
Really?
90% said grow to hate.
Good for them.
Grow to hate.
Good for them.
This is
'Cause
what
that's
the-
what I would have chosen.
This is what the comment said. If they grow to hate me, that means I got time where they truly love me.
It's deep.
I get moved well before they hate me.
There's the flip side. There's the flip side. Oh my gosh. Buddy's jaded, but I love it. I just
The last one, I'll just blame the bishop.
here's my thing, bro. Like, my parish loves me. Yeah. My parish loves me. Is there someone who doesn't like me? There's probably a grassroots movement, or maybe like a group of people who scored my name at morning coffee. I don't know.
You know, here's the thing though, and this is not tooting your horn. It's just what I've observed and what I've seen, like from people I've interacted with. So there is a little bit of ad hominem here, but it's also just it happens too much for me to ignore. Right.
Right.
People don't hate you. They don't hate you. They're envious of you, and that envy turns into like annoyance, but they don't hate you. People hate me.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
they don't hate you. They're like, they get to the point where they just get like annoyed that you're really good at stuff, or annoyed that they can't be a part of the thing that you're doing. Like there's a lot of like I can tell you of a lot of different experiences and people that have talked to me who said, I hate the fact that I can't be useful, so that I'm not because I'm not a part of what he's doing. I want to be more useful. I want to be better at what I'm doing because what he's doing is so good, and I want to be a part of that. And I hate that. And I'm annoyed at him because I'm not a part of what he's doing.
And the crazy part is, and thank you for saying that, but the crazy part is, as hard as I work at some things, I will always, always, always be my harshest critic.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be me. There's nothing that anyone can say to me that can dwarf what I'll say to myself when the door is closed.
Yeah.
And I'm in complete silence. Now there's times when things go really well and I say to myself, that was good. And I know the negative thoughts are gonna come later, and that's probably attack from the evil one. But right now, where I am, I thank God for, because I'm happy.
Yeah.
I am fulfilled. I saw the Lord work in the things that I did. My personal prayer every single day before I celebrate Mass is, God, only a certain amount of good things can come from me, your servant. Help me to be able to feed your children today. Give me a double, a triple, a quadruple serving of the Holy Spirit, that I can be able to have enough grace to communicate and to feed the kids that I'm going to feed in this moment right now. And he has never let me down. Not once.
Yeah.
Not once.
Damn. That's a good place to stop, man.
Yeah.
It was a good show. For all of us here at Catholic Nova Conspiracy Studios, we love you. You're very special.
Go forth and bear good fruit.
We out!
Father to Father is a production of Spirit Stream Studios. All rights reserved.